So you want to be rich. Earlier this week, I released my blog about how to become rich. Today, I'll talk it through for you. So, oftentimes, I talk about wealth and how important that is and how all encompassing it is. And it's actually a much harder discipline to become wealthy than it is rich, because rich simply is money in the bank, more money than you had yesterday, and more money than you thought you would have 5 years ago. So, today I'm going to focus on becoming rich and my biggest tip and the application of it. And so it really takes a rich mindset, which is different than a non-rich mindset. And I don't mean that negatively, because it's not for everyone, and nor should it be for everyone. Now, this little tidbit came from one of my mentors and dear friends, Frank Levy, who actually founded Diversified 40 plus years ago and now is long since retired and living his best life. But he used to say, and I've used this and incorporated in hundreds and hundreds of client meetings through the years, which is the rich get rich by using other people's money. And really what he's saying and what I'm saying is that to believe in what we know is true and to invest in the things that we know will pay the biggest dividends. So let's talk a couple of examples for you. Raise your hand if you ever have overpaid your mortgage, just a little bit. Extra payment here or there once or twice a year. And we've all done the calculations, and I'm guilty of it as well. But we've all done the calculations that show if you overpay your mortgage, you will pay, one or two payments a year. You'll end up paying it off in 20 some years versus 30, low 20 some. And yet we do it despite knowing what? We know that this is a low interest rate, 3%-ish mortgage these days. And shame on us if we can't earn 3% elsewhere, right? I mean, it's pretty intuitive. Yet it feels good to pay down that mortgage. It feels good to be debt-free. I want to be debt-free. I'm far from it today. So I get it. However, if you're going to look at a math problem, simply put, let's talk about it. Should you invest in a 3% thing or getting rid of a 3% debt, someone else's money, banks, Chase Bank, whoever bank your mortgage is with, or should you invest it into anything you believe can earn more than 3%? Stock market, that's a great, easy way, doesn't take a lot of thought. Give us a call, right? I mean, 75% of the year's stock market is up. They average 8, 9, 10, 12% a year. Much better than 3. You start compounding that. Rule of 72, a 10% rate of return will double your money in 7.2 years. 3% rate of return, that's going to take you quite a lot longer, 20 plus years, if you think about it. So 26 to be exact. So yeah, that's what we're talking about. Wait, should we use someone else's money or not? That's the question. So let's talk about other practicalities of it. Look at Amazon. They issue bonds. Why do they issue bonds? They have more cash on hand than half the small countries in the planet right now. Yet they issue bonds, which is issuing debt at very low interest rates, so that they can take their money, their hoards, their country's worth of cash, and they can invest it in themselves, buy new businesses, reinvest in capital, things that they know will pay better than 2, 3, 4%. Invest in yourself. How about that? Go get that other degree or go start that business, or if you don't want to invest in the markets. And again, this advice is not for everyone. There are religious reasons people pay down debt. There are emotional reasons there are psychological reasons. And I'm not saying that they are wrong, because that's why financial planning is like a snowflake. Every plan is different. However, at its core, we know that the rich get rich using other people's money. Fact, plain and simple. I get this scenario all the time. Andrew, I got my bonus. I have $50,000 sitting in cash. I'm thinking about paying off my student loan a little more, or how about I throw $10,000 to uh, just to leave it in cash because I'm concerned, or whatever have you, or overpay the mortgage. And they always, I can tell you, count on, I need a lot of fingers and toes to do the counting. But how many times clients say that to me and they start talking and I'm listening, taking my notes, and they say, "So what should I do?" And then before I open my mouth, in their voice, they say, "I know what you're going to say to do. But you could do better in the markets. You could do better not putting it in 2%, leaving it in cash at 0.5%. But Andrew, it feels so good." It might, but you know the answer. The answer is intuitive. The hard thing, and one of the roles we play as financial fiduciaries and partners, lifelong partners, is that catalyst, is having that dialogue so that what you know should happen, if one of your goals is to get rich or accumulate more money, or you need to, we do the smart things. We use someone else's money. Now, of course, if you have a rich mother or father and they'll bankroll it, you can use their money. But usually you're talking about banks. People don't start businesses or buy businesses using their capital on hand. I haven't bought businesses using capital on hand. One, I simply don't have it. Two, I'd rather invest in myself and use the bank financing at a low rate. It's these simple little nuggets that really compound and make a big difference through the years. Again, 24 years for your money to double, 7. Do the math. That's 3 doubles by the time your mortgage interest would have paid off the same amount. So next time when you ask yourself, how can I become richer? I need more money for my goals, hopefully, not just because you want more money. Look in the mirror, remember these words, use someone else's money. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm Andrew Rosen, President of Diversified Lifelong Advisors. As always, stay wealthy, stay healthy, stay happy. And I appreciate you checking it out. Bye.